They'll smile in your face and say, "You can talk to me. You can trust me." What they really mean is, "Give me the blueprint to destroy you if I ever need it." Most people don't want to understand you. They want access. Access to your thoughts, your fears, your weak points. And the moment you open the door, even a crack, they're already collecting data. Who you miss, what you regret, where you flinch, not to help, to control, to use, to get close enough to say, "I care," and twist the knife when it matters most. So while they overshare and beg to be understood, you observe, because power doesn't explain itself, and mystery isn't avoidance, it's protection. They'll call you distant, cold, hard to read. Good. That means it's working. See, most people don't want a real connection. They want comfort, predictability, someone they can label, put in a box, and keep under control. So they say things like, "Why don't you ever open up? I just want to know the real you." Translation: make it easier for me to manipulate you. Because once they can name your pain, they can push it. Once they know your hopes, they can dangle them. Once they see your triggers, they can exploit them. And when you're finally broken, they'll say, "I was only trying to help." No, they were trying to understand you just enough to manage you. But a mind they can't read? That's a mind they can't move. That's when they get uncomfortable. Because silence, it holds a mirror to their noise. They'll tell you vulnerability is strength. They're half right. Vulnerability can be powerful when it's a choice, when it's shared with discipline, precision, intent. But that's not what they want from you. They want leverage. So they'll lean in close and say, "You can be honest with me. This is a safe space." But safe for who? Because once you give them your truth, you've also handed them the tools to dismantle you, piece by piece, with a smile on their face. Not today, not tomorrow. But the moment they feel threatened by you, they'll remember everything you said when you were tired, emotional, or trusting. And they'll weaponize it. This is why the Stoics trained themselves to keep their minds fortified and their emotions contained. They knew, the less you reveal, the less you can be targeted. So while others bleed out their stories in public, you stay composed, because mystery protects you from false saviors. And silence, it denies your enemies the coordinates. You don't owe anyone a detailed explanation of who you are. Not your friends, not your coworkers, not even your family. You owe yourself discipline. The discipline to know that being understood is not a requirement for being respected. The strength to walk through a room without offering a single piece of yourself just to feel accepted. They'll say, "You've changed. You're different now." Good. That means you stopped performing. Because the truth is, the more they understand you, the easier you are to manipulate. And if someone gets angry when you stop oversharing, they were never listening to understand. They were listening to collect. And now that you've shut the faucet off, they're thirsty. Let them stay that way. You don't owe softness to people who weaponize your openness. You don't owe answers to people who never earned the right to ask. So protect your energy like it's currency. Because once they think they've figured you out, you become predictable. And predictable people, they're easy to dismantle. There's a reason predators hesitate when they can't read your face. There's a reason manipulators stutter when they don't know what buttons to push. When you stop broadcasting your emotions, when your face becomes still, when your silence becomes louder than their noise. You become a problem they can't solve, and that frustrates them. Because control depends on access. No access, no leverage. That's why Stoics weren't loud. They didn't react. They didn't explain. They watched. They listened. They moved deliberately, and they made people feel exposed just by standing still. Power is presence without performance. So when you walk into a room, don't rush to fill the silence. Let it stretch. Let it make them uncomfortable. That's the sound of people realizing they can't read you. They don't know if you're angry. They don't know if you're planning something. They don't know if you care. And that uncertainty, that's control. Because when you're unreadable, you're untouchable. They'll call you cold, unfeeling, closed off, detached. Let them. What they don't understand is this isn't absence of emotion. It's mastery of it. You're not distant because you're broken. You're distant because you've seen what happens when you hand yourself over too easily. You've learned. You've watched people twist your honesty into weakness. Turn your kindness into access. Turn your past into a weapon. Now, you keep your circle small, your words few, your moves quiet, because you've stopped trying to be relatable. You've stopped trying to be liked. You've stopped trying to be understood. You're not cold. You're in control. And in a world that worships oversharing and impulsiveness, restraint is power. You don't need them to get you. You need them to respect the fact that they don't.